Do you know what is the best gift that you can offer any person? You need a hint, right? Yeah, it is a gift that you can open again and again. The gift that you can offer any person and that can be opened again and again is a book. A book is a gift that can be opened again and again. A book is a friend, a book is a motivator, a book is a philosopher, a book is a guide, what not. A book is like the light of life. A book can guide you through situations that are hard and you need the guidance of an expert who has been there even before you. Let us consider the word book. It is derived from Greek roots biblion. The word biblion means a book, and in Latin roots it is called lexicon, which means a block of wood. Now we are enjoying the printing press and we have a lot of books and a lot of libraries, including the e-books and audiobooks. Let us go into the history of why books have been invented. In one of the first and foremost civilizations called Sumerian civilization or Mesopotamian civilization, which today is called the modern Iraq. The Sumerians have invented one of the first and foremost form of writing in the form of some symbols on clay tablets. Actually, they invented it in the form of baked clay tablets. A square or a rectangle is made out of wet piece of clay, and on that wet piece of clay something is written. Then the tablet or the piece of clay tablet is baked, means it is kept in the kiln or it is kept under fire so that it will harden and the script or the symbols remain as it is. Now slowly man, in his evolution and in his ongoing process of development, slowly started inventing metals like copper, bronze. Now he started writing on this copper, bronze and iron by making them in the form of thin sheets. Slowly he also started writing on some pieces of barks of trees and leaves of different plants. The main motto behind writing something for the future generations to come is that the developing man wanted his future generations to be aware of and be cautious of certain things and certain dangers and certain knowledge he wanted to pass on to the future generations so that they will not fall under the same situation he has faced. In the process of inventing which are edible plants or edible food items or edible fruits and which one are poisonous, many of the ancient men and women might have fallen prey to the poisonous effects of food items and they might have lost their lives. And that is the main reason why man does not want his future generations again to experiment and fall prey to a deadly situation like that. So he wanted to pass on the knowledge he has experimented in the form of a writing, but he hasn't got anything to write upon. There were no papers at the time. That's why he started writing on clay tablets. He experimented even writing it on skin of animals, and he even tried to write on piece of cloth. Slowly, in the year 868 AD, the first printed paper is made in China, and slowly people started experimenting, and the Mother Nature has helped us by seeing our efforts to pass on the knowledge to the future generations. Mother Nature has gifted us with some plants or some trees from which we can extract what we call as the paper. Now slowly, even books that are printed are very expensive and are only afforded by the rich and high class people of the society. Now slowly, in the process of development, books are now available at a very affordable price. And the very first university in the world, the Takshashila University, which is located in the Rawalpindi district of the present-day Pakistan, which was earlier a part of India. And some of the very bad people with bad intentions have looked upon India as a source of knowledge because of the bulk of knowledge and the bulk of writings in the form of Vedas and books that we have in our scriptures and in our Vedas. And the world's first university and the world's first source of knowledge was in our country of India. Now, those people doesn't want us to grow, so they came, invaded the countries, and they have destroyed the university, and the libraries were burnt, and many of the books and many of the Vedas and many of the rich knowledge-based writings were destroyed, so that they might have thought that they can destroy all the knowledge and they can stop the growth of our civilization. Now let us consider the modern day society and the modern day students and the modern day people's lives. Earlier days, man used to struggle a lot to pass on the knowledge to his future generations, and in the process of evolution many books came, and they are a rich source of knowledge for us. But now, are we having the habit of book reading? Now forget about book reading. Do we know or understand the difference between the word reading and studying? Are we reading? Are we studying? Or at least are we having a look at any physical book? Not at all. We are in the generation of e-books. We are collecting a lot of books, a lot of knowledge, and storing them in our hard drives and in our mobile phones and in our memory chips. But hardly we are able to experience the joy of learning from a physical book. A book is like a friend. A book is like a true friend, a guide, a philosopher, a motivator. Books can provide us with a lot of knowledge, and they can cast away the darkness of our lives by giving us a lot of knowledge, and the darkness of ignorance is cast away from our lives. A book, a child, and a teacher can transform the world. But are we looking at books with that perspective? Are we understanding the importance of books? Are the parents of today encouraging their children to read? Are the parents of today having the habit of book reading themselves? The district libraries, the journal libraries, and the college, university libraries, are they utilized properly? No, not at all. They are either less utilized or misutilized. And I have seen certain colleges and universities lacking in the utilization of libraries, and they are trying to increase the utilization of library by keeping a separate timetable for students to come to the library in 1 hour, and they can read the books. But even in that stipulated timetable period of time, students are coming, sitting in the library, just acting as if they are studying, and they are leaving the libraries, and they are not even able to pass from the first level of learning to the second level of learning. The first level of learning is they don't know what they don't know. The second level of learning is they know what they don't know. Now it is time for a call of action. They can jump into the third level where actual learning takes place, and actually they will work upon their weaknesses so that they can finally master a course or master a degree or master a skill. Now books can transform your life. Books can make you master in any field. Books can help you, guide you, and motivate you and mentor you. But the present day generation are totally unaware of this fact, and they are not even able to understand the importance of books, and they feel books are boring. They feel library is like a punishment. Hardly very few people are able to understand the importance of books today. This is the present day situation of book reading and book studying. Comprehension is not involved. Selection of proper books is not involved. A good book is like a manual of life. A manual of life? Yes. Let us say you have bought a scientific calculator. Doesn't it come with a manual? It is provided with a manual. Why you have the manual? Because even without the manual you can operate the calculator. But If you follow the instructions that are given in the manual for the calculator, you can actually optimize the performance and you can get the efficient operation of any device like a calculator or whatever it may be. Just like that, when we come into the world, we also come with a manual. We also come with a manual for life. What are those manuals for life? Those are nothing but the Holy Scriptures, which are the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, etc. etc. These help us to lead a life which we are designed to lead our lives properly. Are we studying these books? No. We are not even studying the religious books. The basic difference between just reading and studying is that reading is just for the sake of understanding. Reading is a part of studying, but studying is at some higher level. Studying takes you to a higher level of understanding. If you are studying a book, you are thoroughly involved. You are working with the book instead of just reading it out just like a news reader who reads it without any comprehension or without any need for a future remembrance. Now take the case of the Bible, the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita. Take the case of the Bhagavad Gita, which is the holy book of the Hindus. Even before you open the book, on the cover page of the Bhagavad Gita, you have a picture of 5 horses led by a charioteer. The chariot is occupied by Arjuna, Lord Sri Krishna, as the charioteer. What can this convey to the readers even before opening the book? The 5 horses are symbolic representation of the 5 senses, and the chariot is a symbolic representation of the human body. The charioteer is a symbolic representation of the mind, and Arjuna, or the passenger sitting in the chariot, is nothing but the soul of your body. Now the total meaning comes to the chariot of your body will be controlled by the 5 senses through your mind. Such a big message is hidden in the cover page of the Bhagavad Gita. So is the case of the Bible, the Quran and any other holy scripture. They are motivational books which, if read properly and studied thoroughly, can lead you towards light, lead you towards knowledge, lead you towards a fulfilled life, lead you towards wisdom. But are we studying the books? No, not at all. A good book is like an ignition plug which is present in a motor bike or a motor vehicle. A ignition plug, when pressed upon, it will ignite the fuel in the vehicle and the vehicle will start. Once the vehicle has started, we need not take the help of the ignition button once again. Books can serve you a purpose just like an ignition button. They can make your life started towards new avenues, towards new goals, towards a new fulfilled positive life. Can you read the mind of any person without any sophisticated medical equipment? Is it possible? It is possible, because if a person is writing a book in the form of an author, if you read the book of that author, you can virtually read the mind of that person, the thoughts of that person. In the year 1989, internet came into usage, and in the year 1995, books started being sold online through Amazon. In the year 1996, Google came into existence. And from the year 2000 to 2006, e-books came into existence, which are also called electronic books. In the year 2007, Kindle became a sensation by being one of the gadgets with which you can read an e-book. Great readers might not be great leaders, but every great leader is a great reader. The common thing in almost many of the most successful people is that they had a very profound interest and profound love and profound habit of book reading. You can reverse engineer this aspect to become successful in your life by becoming a good reader of books. Books are like superheroes that can help us and save the world in case of any disaster or any threat. If you want to read more books, it is only possible if you can live more number of years, or if you can read more books within less time. It is possible with the help of a technique called speed reading. The same thing happened with Swami Vivekananda when he arrived Chicago for attending the Parliament of Religions. He actually arrived 1 month earlier to the date of commencement of the Parliament. He started spending the time by reading a book every single day. Every evening he used to visit the city central library and he used to borrow a book of this much size, and he used to go to his room, and in the next day he used to return that book around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and this happened quite a few number of days. And the librarian, out of utter curiosity, he started asking Swami Vivekananda, "Sir, I doubt you don't have a pillow to sleep upon. Maybe you are using this book of large size as a substitute to the pillow to get a good sleep." Then Swami Vivekananda had a good smile and said, "No brother, I have read all these books." And the librarian was in shock, because how can a person read a book of this much size in one single night? And that is only possible because of a technique called speed reading with comprehension. A book and a teacher can change the world. Now, are you ready to be that person, and are you ready to be that change? Start inculcating the habit of reading good books and attaining knowledge, and pass on this knowledge to the future generations by teaching them the importance of reading good books. Every parent must read very good books, and thus they inspire their children to read more and more books, and finally we can transform the society and make the world a better place. Thank you. This is Assistant Professor cum Psychologist Kapalu Suresh signing off. Take care. Bye bye.